So I wanted to show you another quick little haul that I got at Walmart. These are some naan rounds. They're basically just like little flatbreads and you can make them into sandwiches. They were half off, so I grabbed the ones that I saw that were available. There were only 3. The reason I like to grab these is because I don't really like the taste of egg. There's just something about the texture of it that I just really don't like, nor the flavor. I struggle to eat eggs that aren't mixed with something, with like maybe ham, chorizo, salchicha, or they're not accompanied by a tortilla or some kind of bread. I find it really hard to make myself want to eat it. So I got these because I can pop them in the freezer and I can just defrost 2 or maybe even 1 if I make a scrambled egg or maybe even just a fried egg, and that's the reason why I bought them. So primarily for me and my little egg sandwiches. And I also bought this bigger one. These are really good because I like to make some like little pizzas. I like to spread the top with beans, cheese, and ham. I'll put this in the air fryer, defrost it that way. Great snack, have it with the salad on the side. So I love these little products because they freeze really, really well. And I also picked up a cabbage. Big lover of cabbage because it lasts really well in the fridge. It's a good way to add volume to your foods and fiber and other vitamins and minerals that cabbage has. And that's one of the primary reasons why I love it, is because it lasts really well in the fridge. Most of us don't really like to prep veggies or like keep things like that on hand because they typically go bad. But that's the reason why I love cabbage, because it just keeps really, really well. And I feel like when we're like tired, when we just don't really want to think about it too much, cabbage is always, I feel like, a really great option to, add some fiber, add some volume to help with your satiety. And again, it lasts really well in the fridge, and I'm just a big lover of cabbage. So that's why I got it, because I'm running low on my other one. And I also grabbed this water bottle. It's a 40 ounce, it's nearly $12, but I plan on keeping this one for a very, very, very long time. The reason I got it was because it's stainless steel and I can put it in the dishwasher. I want to be able to sanitize my bottles adequately. I also grabbed some poblano peppers. I'm gonna make a Tex-Mex kind of chili for my husband for his next meal prep, and I'm also going to make some cornbread to go along with it. I found this really nice recipe on YouTube on how to make some really nice cornbread with these little boxes, and I had gotten these when they were on rollback at Walmart. Bought some bananas, and I also got these more riper looking ones because I'm going to freeze them so that I can use them for my protein smoothies. These were also on a rollback. Since being pregnant, I get hungry a lot, so I really need to have things on hand that I can just grab so that I can eat it and make sure that I make good decisions and good choices and not grab things that aren't really that good for me or my baby. So a bag of grapes. I'm gonna wash them and have them prepped, ready to go. When hunger strikes, I will have grapes ready, some oranges ready, and also these are kinds of fruits that if I already have them prepared, well, just the grapes, I can sprinkle them onto a yogurt and call it a good snack. To start off this chili, I'm going to be boiling some bone-in chicken. And for the seasoning and spices, I'm going to be smashing some garlic and just kind of throwing whatever I have in my pantry. Some salt, some pepper, some bay leaves. You can use whatever you have to, as long as you add a good amount of it so that it can actually grab that flavor, since this is a lot of chicken. So I want to make sure it tastes like something. So here we've got some diced tomatoes, tomato sauce, the poblano peppers, potato, onion, and some more garlic. I'm going to dice up these potatoes so that they're nice and bite-sized. And the onions, I will cut them just a little bit smaller. So typically for poblano peppers, you want to put them under an open flame or char them so that you can peel the skin off. But I don't really want to do that. I don't feel like doing that. And it's fine if you don't do that. You don't have to do it. So I'm not going to because I'm lazy. And yes, so I'm just going to chop them up as is. Obviously, give them a good wash before you start chopping them up. I will be sauteing the onion, pepper, and poblano in a little bit of bacon fat. After this, we're going to add the diced tomatoes, tomato sauce, and some extra water to wash off the residual sauce left in the can. Essentially, I just want to make sure that everything is covered with chicken stock or water while it's cooking. Lastly, I'll add the shredded up chicken I cooked up earlier, as well as some extra chili spices and some beans. I will let this simmer until the potatoes and all of the other vegetables are fully cooked, because the chicken is already cooked as well as the beans, so it's just waiting for the potatoes to cook and for all of the veggies to soften up. This cornbread was so good. Don't skimp out on the butter. Do it exactly as she says. It is from Laura Vitale's kitchen. She's on YouTube. I will leave the link in the description box to this recipe. I made some rice to go along with this chili, and I went ahead and plated this up for my husband. I also added a little bit of cheese to each plate, and I cut up the little cornbreads into tiny little squares and added that in as well. As I was perusing my freezer, I found a bag of frozen pumpkin chocolate chip cookie dough. I patted past me on the bag because all I had to do was defrost them a little bit to shape them and put them on a sheet pan to bake. Guys, this is all about being real with you. I am hungry once again. It's only been about an hour and a half since I last ate. It was that little yogurt thing with grapes and walnuts. So I wanted to show you what else I'm making. It's a little hard to hear me when the camera's over the pan, but what I'm gonna do is add some eggs to that. So what that was some cabbage. I love cabbage, you guys know this already. And like you guys know, I always have rice in my fridge. So I'm stir frying that up a little bit with a little bit of oil. I'll be adding 2 to 3 eggs. I think just 2 because I added 1 full cup of cabbage and about 2/3 cup of rice. So that's what I'll be eating. Top it with some cheese and hope that that will satisfy me enough for me to last without hunger for another couple of hours. I just wanted to show you guys when I'm faced with real life decisions. I'm not trying to show you guys on this channel cute little ways, like aesthetic ways to meal prep. I don't know if you guys seen those kinds of videos online where everything is like perfect. It's not perfect, and I don't have things prepared all the time, and I didn't really want to get in the kitchen to cook, but here I am making a quick little stir fry, and I help myself out, like you guys know, by having things that are pre-prepared. So having that rice pre-made in my fridge was really helpful. It's a satiating food, and also the cabbage with 1 cup, that's already 1 serving of vegetables. That's the way that I like to meal prep, not per se just making a huge meal and then just eating the same thing over and over. When I think about meal prep, I think about, well, let's actually prep ingredients that can help you prepare your meals throughout the week. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. So I put this in the microwave for a little bit because I like melty cheese. This will be the 3rd thing that I eat today. Hopefully it fills me up. I will record whatever I eat next. So I had a can of beans left over from the enchiladas that I made. Just smearing the leftover beans on this piece of naan. This is cheese that I had frozen from my cheese board from the new year. I defrosted it. Ended up putting some ham under the cheese and made sure that it got sizzling hot. There was steam coming off of it. That's a safe way to consume deli meats when you're pregnant. So just make sure that it's sizzling hot and steam's coming off, which it was. And I quartered these up and only ate half of it. I saved the rest for tomorrow.